Welcome back to the Freedom Queen podcast. Inside of this episode, I'm going to be breaking down $150,000 cash in 5 days and how I created that. So if you're new to my world, I'm Bridget. I've built a $7 million company at the time of recording this episode, of course, and I help women build movements. A movement is not a coaching business. It's not a personal brand. It is a brand that moves people. And it's not based on you and how you feel and your diary and having to constantly have a revelation and be high vibe all of the time. It is based on creating a world through creating a message that you can confidently lead. So you have this incredible story that you've led for yourself, and you from that gathered wisdom, and you have a message that changes people's lives. And so inside of Freedom Queen mentorship programs, I help you take that message, create a world around it for your hot buyer, the buyer that would be the best match for this type of service that you're selling, and then build an entire world where she feels like she belongs and she wants to live and stay forever. Think of it like you're creating Disney World for your buyer, or Four Seasons for your buyer, a place that she always goes back to and invests again and again and again. So inside of this episode, I'm going to be breaking down how I'm collapsing time around 6 figures and creating it in a very short amount of time, using not a lot of effort, but a whole lot of movement-driven marketing. Okay, so the first thing, $150,000 cash in 5 days. The obvious how is a lot of high ticket. And what I want to be very clear on is it's not a lot of high ticket, like super high ticket and pay in fulls. Actually, of the 150 so far, there was no pay in fulls, like no, $50K pay in full, $25K pay in full from this $150K cash in 5 days. It was, however, a lot of volume or a lot of quantity in high ticket offers ranging from anywhere from $2,500 to $25,000 packages to $60,000 packages to $75,000 packages, but they were all payment plans. So I want to say that because sometimes you'll see people say, oh, I just had a super high cash time and it was a lot of pay in fulls, but there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. Cash is cash, so it doesn't matter. However, I want to be clear, that's how the income was dispersed and spread out over those 5 days. Now, inside of my company, I focus a lot on high ticket. And when I went into 2025, I said, I want to focus even more on high ticket this year. I don't want to sell a lot of micro offers. I mean, don't get me wrong, I can. We had a month this year where I did $100,000 in micro offers alone. So I can absolutely do that. But what I really enjoy doing is selling high ticket packages. $5,000, $10,000, $25,000, $50,000, $100,000, $200,000 packages, because I love high ticket. I love buying as a high ticket person. I've never bought like a $27, $33 thing. I don't buy like, I haven't never bought, but you won't really see me often buy like a 222, 300, 700, like I am, let's go to the top. I like the ultra high ticket because I like luxury. I love high end. I love high ticket. I love to be exclusive. I love the best of the best. What a lot of people do in their sales process is, unfortunately, they think that value is in their time and discount and making everything be affordable for people, so they undersell themselves. And when your movement is positioned as the right space for your buyer, that's a match for high ticket sales. That's a match for people wanting to pay a lot of money to work with you or be a part of your masterminds or programs and courses. And so the first thing is that I'm selling on the front end high ticket. Like my entry level offer is a high ticket offer. Yes, I have these other core ways that you can sign up to Freedom Queen and buy low ticket things like that, but I primarily focus on selling high ticket because people who buy high ticket are the best customers. They are so amazing. They love working with you. They pay on time. They don't default on payments. They're usually better at their craft. They're really committed to their work. They value themselves. I just did a 44-minute training inside of the 50 to Freedom program around how to sell 5-figure per month packages, so $10,000 minimum packages per month on a monthly retainer. High ticket buyers are the best buyers in the world. How many times have you seen those memes on the internet where it's like $500 client? How long are the calls? When are the calls? When are we doing this? What do I get? All these questions. No, can you move this around? And then a $50,000 client. Send me the link, right? Because they don't care. They value themselves in a different way. So sell to people that want to pay you high ticket. And if you want to learn how to do that, this is where you enter Freedom Queen. So I need you to know this because I push front end on my front end offers high ticket. I'm not always saying to people, what a lot of people teach is like, come get in the taster, come get in the low ticket, come get in the thing, and then I'm going to upsell you to that. You don't have to do all that. Your social media is warming people up. They can go right to your top tier offers. You don't need I just dropped a new mastermind and within 2 days had a 6-figure launch around it. And I did not do any I didn't do like a warm up. It wasn't a low ticket. I just brought people right into the high ticket offer. So some of you are just delaying your time for high ticket, thinking that people need to be warmed up to you. But when your front end movement marketing is positioned correctly for the right buyer, you don't need to do all of this low ticket work. Now, energetics and energetic influence is very important to me because the best people in sales are the most influential people. They know how to influence people. And this is what I love teaching women how to do inside of Freedom Queen. How do you be influential to your right buyer? Which is so important in the work that you do because everything is based off of influence. This is why I see it all the time. There are some really great brands out there, some amazing mentors, service providers, coaches, but they're not influential. And it is like the 80-20 principle, which is this is accounting for most of your results inside of your business. So I have mastered influence, the ability to move people without even saying a word, using energetics, using frequency, which if I were to boil this down, all of this comes down to your own inner confidence in yourself, your own inner knowing in the value you bring to the marketplace, and expecting the best things to come for you and for your customers. Your levels of charisma, audacity, how bold you are, how courageous you move, how free you are will determine how much money you make. So the way that I move is with vigor, with joy, with charisma. I expect the best, not the worst. I expect everyone to buy from me. I have refined my service. There's a reason why I have the reputation that I have. There's a reason why people have worked with me for 3 years together. There's a reason why they get the results that they get. It's because I have worked so intently on making my service be top tier, the best of the best. And so I find that confidence also comes from really developing your craft and putting a lot of effort and time and intent into what it is that you're making for people and making it be the best of the best. There's obviously human things. You might have moments of doubt or fear or worry because you're actually just a human being. And the thing is that if you created a service where everything was backed by evidence and proof, then you wouldn't have to worry about doubting yourself because you've backed your entire business with the proof and evidence that it actually is a really good product and service. So energetics is very important to me in sales, in the business, because the more that you focus on delivering a top tier product to people, the more money that you're going to make. And the more you're going to move people, the more energetically you're operating at your highest frequency. So in sales and the way I do life, I approach it, again, with vigor. I approach it with guts. I approach it with courage. I approach it like being the top person. I don't do anything half. And that's actually what a lot of people are doing, is that they're approaching it with half the effort, half the expectancy. Do you expect the best things to happen, or do you expect the worst things to happen for you inside of your business? You expect people to pay you, or do you expect them to give you objections? I don't expect any objections. I expect everyone to say, yes, I'm in, I would like the link. What kind of objection do you have? Okay. And if they do have one, I just override it. Here's your answer. Why do you have that excuse? What's this objection? Let's go. This is the best of the best. And if you don't want the best, if you don't see yourself as VIP, then you can find somebody else that's regular. But we're doing VIP over here. And the point of this is that when I sell, I move in this state, a state of knowing, a state of confidence, and confidence that's backed by evidence and proof and skin in the game. I move with this sense of urgency. I move with a sense of I'm doing something massive, and I am. And I always say this, but your marketing is just a mirror. However you're showing up is what you're going to get in return. And you see this a lot with people's customers. They look like them. They show up like them. Not all of the time, but you can usually see it in the most common customers. There is some through line in the leader that they're all buying from in the movement in the world, right? This is why, everyone in first class has something in common. Everyone in economy has something in common. Obviously, there are outliers. Duh. But majority of the people are all the same. And so if you want to bring in more high-end people, we can shift how you're being positioned in the marketplace, energetically, visually, through the words that you use in your marketing, that then create a feeling inside of people. Now, where am I actually selling these offers? So one place that I sell offers, but I don't sell as much as I used to on this place though, is my Instagram stories. I sell high ticket on my Instagram stories, but if you notice, I don't sell as much as I used to there. A lot of my high ticket sales are inbound sales, meaning a lot of people reach out to me and say, hey, I want to work with you. And because I actually don't sell as much as I used to, when I do put up a slide about my offers or send out an email about my offers, they go like crazy and sell out so quickly because the demand is so high. And so this is another piece of high-end marketing. It's like at some point in your business, when you're going to 50K cash months, I find it's so great to focus on quantity, so the number of times that you're selling. However, when you're going to 400K cash months, or you want to start doing like 150K cash in 5 days, not even a week, then you're going to want to focus on high end, like expanding, doing less while making more. And in any ways, that's how I've always built the business. I've always been building for the longevity, right? Like in the first couple of years of my business, I did a lot of quantity because I was just starting and I had a lot of time. It's not like I don't have time now. The more so difference is that I'm strategically setting up my business so that I don't have to show up all of the time. Every single year, I always say I'm doing less and making more, but that's just because of how I've positioned the brand to be able to bring in more people, higher ticket buyers, without Bridget James Ling having to do all the work. Now, if you are listening to this and you are ready to build a movement, and what that is that it's a brand that moves people, that's not based on you being the product, that's not based on you having to share everything about your life and air out your dirty laundry and your family drama and what happened to you as a kid and your entire life story in order to make sales and share your entire relationship on the internet. If you're looking to build a brand, and so a brand is something that's outside of you, it doesn't have to be everything about you. It's an asset that other people want to be a part of, and they move for and with and to. They sell your product with you, for you, alongside you. It's based around a core message. It's a place where people feel like they belong inside of that space, right? Like luxury buyers, they feel like they belong in Dior. First class ticket holders feel like they belong in first class. And you don't see the leader of Emirates telling his life story to everyone that gets on first class in order for them to buy from them. That would be insane. They are high ticket buyers, and so then they buy high ticket because they feel like they belong there and can expand inside of that world. And if that's something that you want to create, then message me on Instagram at Bridget James Ling on Instagram, and you can apply for one of my high-level mastermind programs around scaling your movement to millions. Okay, Freedom Queen, I'm so excited to see what it is that you build. I can't wait to celebrate with you your millions, and I will talk to you in the next one.